Hi, this is Ben Fick from UK Net Guide, and in this video I'm going to show you just how easy it is to bet on Premier League football using an online bookmaker. Choosing a bookmaker is the first thing that you'll need to do if you don't already have an account, and you should be on the lookout for two main things. Firstly, you want to find out how big the sign-up bonus is, which will usually come in the form of a matched deposit. So if you add £50 to your account when you first sign up, the bookmaker will match this and you will have a total of £100 to bet with. The second thing to be aware of is that with football betting there are a large number of special offers that are really worth knowing about. For instance, Betfred have an offer on the first Goalscorer Market where if you choose correctly and that player then goes on to score a second goal, they'll double your odds, and if he scores a hat-trick, your odds will get trebled. William Hill, on the other hand, will refund correct score predictions as a free bet if the game finishes 0-0. So to get the most from your football betting, we recommend that you dig around for these special bets and then open multiple accounts so that you can take advantage of them and receive lots of different sign-up bonuses too. Now luckily for you, UK Net Guide has already done much of the hard work for you. We've chosen what we consider to be the top 10 bookmakers in the UK, and we suggest that you use this to your advantage and sign up with a few of them before you start betting. To demonstrate actual bets being placed, I'm going to be using one of the most well-known companies, Bet365. If you haven't already got an account, then you'll have to sign up before you can place any bets, and most bookmakers will ask for the same information, including your name, date of birth, address, email and telephone number. You'll be asked to set a username and password, so make sure that you write these down somewhere secure so that you can log in future. You also have to be at least 18 years of age to open an account. Now I've already got an account, so I'll quickly log in before we go any further. Navigating around the betting site is generally very easy. You simply choose the sport that you'd like to bet on, in my case football, and then choose the particular market, which in this case is the Barclays Premier League. So at the top of this page you'll see the match betting for the first games of the new season, and we'll look into these in more detail shortly. But first I want to draw your attention to the season-long bets that you can have a punt on. I'll take you through some of them and give you my own thoughts on potential bets to place, starting with the outright winner of the league. Now clearly you'd have to be a very optimistic person to look outside of the usual suspects, but you still have a choice to make depending on how you think the season will pan out. There have been lots of transfers already this summer, and the changes in the top teams' squads may influence your decision. For instance, Chelsea have bought striker Diego Costa, which could put an end to their goals drought up front, while Liverpool have lost the controversial but incredibly talented Luis Suarez, so their title charge from last season might be hard to replicate. I personally believe that Arsenal have made the best signing of the summer, with the £35 million striker Alexis Sanchez joining them from Barcelona. Arsenal made a great start last season, and with the passing ability in their midfield, I wouldn't be surprised to see Sanchez scoring a lot of goals, and this could be the final piece of the puzzle for Arsene Wenger's side. With this in mind, I'm going to overlook the two firm favourites, as well as Man United and Liverpool, and I'm going to bet £10 on Arsenal to win the league at odds of 6-1. All I have to do is click on my selection, and you'll see that it gets added to my betting slip here on the right hand side. I'm going to enter £10 into the stake box, and you'll see that it shows my potential winnings as £70, as this includes my stake which I get back if I win. All I have to do is click on place bet and I'm done. Now that you can see how easy it is to place bets, I'll quickly go over some of the other main season-long markets. The top Goalscorer Market is another popular one where each person seems to have their own opinion. You've got a large selection of possible candidates to choose from and many things to think about, such as will the big clubs rotate their teams because of European commitments, and how likely are players to get injured during the season. You might opt for a striker from one of the smaller teams, such as Loic Remy of QPR, because they are likely to start every game, or you could choose someone with proven goal-scoring form, such as Sergio Aguero. but I'm going to be putting my money on Robin van Persie at 5-1 because I believe Man United will have a far better season than last time out, and the new manager Louis van Gaal will be able to get the best out of Van Persie given his recent connection to the Dutch national team. Once again, placing a bet is very simple. All I need to do is click on my selection, enter a stake, in this case another £10 for a potential return of £60, and hit place bet. Just like predicting the league winner, it can be very exciting and challenging to choose a team who you think will get relegated. So let's take a look at that market next. Well, the teams that have just been promoted from the Championship are always favourites to go straight back down. Quite often there will be at least one that escapes and does okay, so choosing one of the more established teams to go down is a challenge that I like to take. After their narrow escape last year, I believe that West Brom will struggle once again, and I fear that they lack the cutting edge to score enough goals to stay up. So at odds of 11-4, I think they represent quite good value. Once more, all I have to do is click on my selection, come across to my betting slip, enter my stake of £10 once again, and hit the place bet button. It really is that simple. You can also bet on season-long markets such as who will finish in the top 4 and qualify for the Champions League, and whether a team will finish in the top half or the bottom half of the table. But I'm going to move on from these bets now to give you a quick overview of match betting and the various options that are open to you here. I'm going to pick the Newcastle vs Manchester City match from the first weekend, and I'm going to click on the number here at the side which shows there are 72 ways to bet on this match. So I won't go through every single one of the 72, but I will talk about some of the most popular bets, starting with the full-time result. All I have to do is pick either one of the teams to win the game or for it to be a draw. It sounds easy, but anything can happen in this league, which is why it's so exciting to bet on. Now, the correct score market is one of my favourites and something that I bet on quite often. I like the challenge of thinking about the two teams and their respective attacking and defensive capabilities and coming up with what I think a likely score will be. In this instance, there is no doubting that Newcastle are a hard team to beat at home, but Man City also have an extraordinary amount of firepower at their disposal. So while I think it will be a relatively tight game, I can see City edging it 2-1, so I'm simply going to move the slider to that score, and I can then see that my odds here are 8-1. I can then bet on this by clicking on the odds, and I'm going to put £5 on this for a potential return of £45. The half-time full-time market requires you to predict the result after 45 minutes and 90 minutes. So for instance, draw Newcastle would mean that you think it would be a draw at half-time and then Newcastle will go on to win the game. I quite like to find opportunities where the match reverses from one team winning at half-time to the other team winning the match overall, as this is where the big odds can be found. It's not always as likely though, and if we look at football stats website Soccerbase, we can see that Manchester City have started with wins in 4 out of the last 5 seasons, including a 4-0 win in the reverse fixture against Newcastle last season. This same website, however, shows us that Newcastle are a whole different team when they play at home, with 17 wins in League and Cup competitions last season. So while I think City will eventually come away with the points, I'm going to predict a half-time draw. So if I go back to Bet365, all I need to do is click on where it says Draw Man City at odds of 10-3, and I'm going to put another £5 on for a potential return of £21.66. There are lots of other options available, including some like the first Goalscorer Market, which will only become available as we get closer to the actual match itself. If you'd like explanations of this and some of the other main bets, then check out our guide to betting on football, which also includes an explanation of in-play betting. Another of the most popular ways to bet is to place an accumulator on multiple matches, so I've come back here to the list of matches on the first weekend of the Premier League season. So for instance, if I believe that Stoke will beat Aston Villa, Tottenham will beat West Ham and Arsenal will win against Crystal Palace, I simply make my selections, come across to my betting slip and click here where it says multiple bet options. There are various choices here, which I won't go into in this video, but I want to place a treble on all of my selections winning at combined odds here of 4.59 to 1. So all I need to do is enter a stake into the appropriate box, this time a £3 bet, and click on Place Bet. Now UKNet Guide maintains a page where you can view all of the latest odds updated each and every week throughout the season, and we also provide analysis of the matches to help you pick a winner. I myself am a part of the team who discusses and writes these game outlooks, so I hope you check them out to read my predictions. So as you can see, there is no shortage of ways to bet on the Premier League, and I can tell you that it really adds to the excitement of watching a game or watching the season unfold. Like I said before, the various bookmakers have different types of special offers available, and then there's the sign-up bonuses to think about too. So once again, I recommend that you check out UKNet Guide's choice of the top 10 UK bookmakers before you sign up, so that you can get the best deal and the best prices. That just about wraps it up for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've learned one or two things too. Good luck with all your betting, and I'll see you next time.